judging procedure. And unless we do something about where they stop just using guys with the thickest neck and the biggest muscle, but not look as pleasing. Because look at the old days when Steve Reeves won. When Steve Reeves won and you saw him on the beach, you say to yourself, I would love to have this guy's body. Wow, look at how beautiful this man looks.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, 7-time Mr. Olympia and the most famous bodybuilder in the world, has publicly expressed his dissatisfaction with many modern bodybuilders. He believes that awards are often given to the biggest competitor on stage rather than focusing on aesthetics and symmetry. Despite his status, Arnold, who remains deeply involved in the sport and hosts one of the largest sporting events in the world, the Arnold Classic, is dissatisfied with the judging procedures at many bodybuilding competitions.
Since you complain my belly, you know, I sleep and only think, I'm not talking about my belly. And since that day, I just work on it and I do everything to be better on stage, you know.
Arnold's comments have not gone unnoticed by the bodybuilding community. He has publicly criticized bodybuilders with a prominent gut, leading many to strive for improved aesthetics and shape on stage. However, not everyone has taken these criticisms well. Phil Heath, who has been accused of having a prominent gut during his competitions, made a remark about Arnold following his speech on the matter. Phil stated, "Oh, and as we know, Arnold had no legs. So let's remind ourselves of that."
Because, I mean, I've watched Phil over the years, and, you know, there's no one that can touch him when he's on. And I have to say that this is what I was talking about earlier. It was not you know, I mean, I think there was something, like I said, it's almost impossible to hit that mark every single time. And so I wouldn't even be too hard on yourself. It's just one of those things. I mean, this.
Phil Heath isn't the only high-profile bodybuilder to have faced issues with his stomach on stage. Other notable athletes like Roelly Winklaar, Greene, and Ronnie Coleman have also struggled with their abdominal appearance at times. Arnold, deeply invested in the future of bodybuilding, isn't critiquing these athletes out of malice. He is advocating for a higher standard in the sport, one that emphasizes a beautifully pleasing physique over sheer size.
And so what I'm trying to tell the judges is that you got to go and consider, look at everything. Like, for instance, so many of those guys have their stomachs sticking out. You know, what are we talking about here? I mean, it used to be that you should have a V-shaped body. Now, I don't know, it's like kind of like a bottle-shaped body or something like that. But it's not. It's a kind of. It's a weird thing that is happening on stage, that no one can pull in their stomach anymore for a long period of time and stand on stage with a vacuum and pulled in stomach, shoulders out, and to look athletic.
Back when Arnold was competing, the standard was to have a V-shaped body. However, bodybuilding has since shifted towards prioritizing larger muscles, which often results in larger stomachs that deviate from the aesthetic standards of the golden era of bodybuilding. As Arnold mentioned, the ideal physique used to be V-shaped, whereas now it more closely resembles a bottle shape.
So it's all of this, you know, kind of, you know, the stomach sticking out and all of this kind of, it doesn't look right anymore. And so we have to just make sure that we are rewarding the right guys, because if you reward the right guys, then everyone will start training to have a beautiful body again, rather than the powerlifting body.
Arnold's comments are directed not only at the competitors, but also at the judges, as they are responsible for choosing the winners. If the judges begin to reward athletes with more aesthetically pleasing physiques, then other competitors will likely follow suit. Arnold is endeavoring to shift the standards of bodybuilding competitions and the criteria by which they are judged.
Where all of a sudden the body does not look as acceptable, simply because it's too big, it's too enormous, and it doesn't have any talent behind it. But when you have guys come out one after the next to just go, They barely can get their breath together. And then they hit the shot. And then the stomach hangs out.
Arnold's comments have indeed made a significant impact, and it appears that judges are now giving more consideration to aesthetics than ever before. As a legend and pioneer of bodybuilding, Arnold's opinions hold substantial weight in the community. Thank you for watching this video. For more content like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel.